What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome back to another episode of International Cricket Captain 2016, my Australian Reborn series. Today we are taking on Pakistan in the first of 3 games in this Tri-Series tournament final. Now, we did this with New Zealand not too long ago. We are now playing through with Australia. We've gone with a pretty stock standard side. One person we have included back into the mix is nice Gary Nathan Lyon. He is back in place of Adam Zampa, just to be that spinner, that frontline spinner, because the other guys aren't really getting the job done. They aren't doing a whole lot for me, which is a real shame. Another one that I was a bit hesitant about is using Travis Head at the top of the innings. We used him last time. He did fail. He is now playing today, and he's got us off to a fairly decent start, it must be said. Chris Lynn still in at number 4. I'm still thinking he is a potential long prospect for this Australian side. And then Maxwell and Marsh at 5 and 6. So they give us that 5th bowling option between the two of them. Chris Lynn can bowl a little bit as well. I remember not too long ago he did actually win us a test match, so you know, there's no reason why he can't bowl on one-day internationals and can't be effective in one-day internationals either. So I'm going to put the aggression up just because we're going a bit slow for my liking. We're only 4 runs. This is an absolute belter of a pitch. We should be scoring, I would say, close to around 300 on this one if we want to put up a competitive total. So hopefully we can go and do that. And this is what we like to see from David Warner. We like to see boundaries, and we like to see them in a huge flurry. The 50 partnership has come up for these two, and this is a good chance again for Travis Head. There are a lot of players who are that I guess are out of this one-day side, out of this Australian setup, that could potentially come back in. Usman Khawaja has been sitting on the bench for majority of this series. Aaron Finch is another opener who can come back, and we do have a lot of young batsmen that you guys have suggested to me that could potentially come and make their way into the side. So this is a real big opportunity for Travis Head to stand up. I think he's done enough really to warrant that selection already, and Chris Lynn is another one. He is going to have to put on a good show today. Stevie Smith in now. It's a big wicket, David Warner losing him. He is the aggressor of this team, and we really wanted him to try and stick around. Really need, I guess, Smith. But between Warner and Smith, if those two make runs, Australia are going to put on a pretty good total. But hopefully that's the case. Hopefully we haven't gone in, I guess, a bowler or an all-rounder too heavy today. We do have, obviously, the 6 out-and-out bowling options. That's a nice shot from Travis Head. That actually brings up his 50, so well done to him. I think that might actually be one of his first 50s he has scored in one-day cricket for me. He's got 3 now, so do tell a lie, but average of 36, that strike rate of 100, so that's what we like to see. He hasn't really opened the innings for me a whole lot. He's more been a guy coming in number 5, number 6, who has been aggressive towards the back end and scored me a quick fire 30 or 40, you know, going and trying to chase, I guess, you know, that big total. Get us up over that 300, get us up over that 250, and that's what he has done in the past. But, you know, settling into this opener role quite nicely, which is something he did actually against Pakistan earlier in the summer. I think he scored his maiden one-day century against them. So, a team, obviously, he likes playing, and that is coming to the floor here today. He's 64 off 72. And we just need to, I think what we need to do is we just need to continue to keep going. And I've actually just lost my headset thing from my pocket. So there goes Smith. There's another big wicket. He's gone for 20 off 30, you know, which, as I said, it is a real shame because between Smith and Warner, those were the guys that I wanted to be in, but we are in a pretty healthy area when it comes to run rate. But we do, once again, and I did talk about this quite a lot in my New Zealand Reborn game the other day as well, is that inexperienced players out at the crease at the same time. Obviously, Travis Head and Chris Lynn, very, very experienced in the domestic scene, very, very good domestic players, but put them in the international level and they are still very young, you know, against, I guess, those top quality sides. So it will be interesting to see how they go. This is a big opportunity for both of them to stand up, I guess, to make their mark and keep their place, you'd have to say, in the one-day side. Remember, I did talk about a lot of those players that can come in and potentially take those spots. Mitchell Marsh and Glenn Maxwell are 2 guys that I could quite easily move up the order as well and play purely as batsmen. So a lot of pressure on these two, it must be said, but we're going along quite nicely and we're setting ourselves up a good platform when you think of the hitters we do have left to come. So hopefully these two can bat us through to about the 40th over, get us somewhere around, you know, 180, 190, and then we can absolutely smash the last 10 overs, go for about 80 to 90 runs and pick ourselves up a high, mid to high 200s. What am I saying? That would be ideal. That's what we're looking for. 86 for Travis Head. He needs to go and get a move on now. He needs to stick into the end, play us a big innings, get that big 100, and then we can go and move on from there. So I'm really hoping that he doesn't go and give his wicket away like he has done there. He's gone for 87, and we now have Maxwell and Marsh coming in. So probably a little bit early for Maxwell than I would have liked, but hopefully he can go and use this time, I guess, to accustomise to the pitch and really start to go and smack some boundaries, because that is what he's in this side for. He is in this side for his pinch hitting. He's in there for his part-time spin bowling, but he is majority. Majority? That's not even the right word. What am I trying to say? Basically, the main reason he is in the side is for his batting. He's in there to score us runs. Hopefully he can go and do that. Hopefully Chris Lynn can do the same as well. We really do need to start scoring boundaries at a quick rate. Again, this is a very good batting surface that we are playing on, just like it was in our New Zealand game just the other day. So we need runs. We've got 8 overs left to go, 7 wickets left in hand. Time to start getting aggressive, boys. Excuse me. Time to start scoring some runs. I need a drink. Man, my throat. We'll just watch and admire for a minute. Straight drive from Maxwell, you beauty. That is what we needed. He's 27 off 14 now. Excuse me, you can probably hardly understand me. I've been fighting this cold for so long, and it's just so frustrating. I can hardly talk. I try and not do videos when I'm like this, but Maxwell goes. He's gone for 32 off 18. We can't complain too much about that. He has done his job. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted him to come in, score those quick runs, and that is exactly what he's done. Mitchell Marsh, now he can do exactly the same. And Benny McDermott is kind of a guy who is a little bit overlooked, I would have to say, sometimes when it comes to his batting. He has been batting down at number 8 a lot in this tournament. He has since gone up. He is batting number 7, and he has put in some pretty crucial contributions at stages of this tournament. So hopefully he can do the same again, if required. Big edge from Chris Lynn, and it is taken down on boundary. He gets himself his 50, but we wanted more from him in that situation. We wanted him to go and kick on, just like Travis Head, and go and get us that big score. McDermott gone, stumped first ball. I actually thought that was a I thought he was clean bowled. Just as we were talking him up, we were saying how good he was, and please. Oh my god. Oh, it's not out. That was close. I honestly thought that was gone. Starkey's gone for 1. All of a sudden. Oh, this is what happens now. Abbott's gone. Jesus Christ. What is happening? What is happening? Nathan Lyon, you beauty. Finally some runs. We've still got 3 overs left to go. Mitchell Marsh just hasn't got any of the strike, and his players around him have just fallen to pieces. We've managed to get 250 on the board, which is promising, but it should have been a whole lot higher than that. I was expecting somewhere around the 270, 280 mark. Really, and I think Marsh is gone here, so he's gone for 20. We're down to our last wicket, but there is only 2 balls left to go. We get 258, possibly another boundary here from Hazelwood would be nice, and that is exactly what he has done first ball. You can't ask for much more than that from your number 11. That's what we needed from the pinch hitting guys. And there's another one that's smacked away to the leg side. Would you believe it's gone to 6? So Hazelwood finishes 10 off 2. We get 268 and move up towards 270. So I'm happy enough with that, especially with this bowling lineup that we do have. And remember, this is a big game for us. 3-game series, 3-match series. We really want to get ourselves off to the perfect start, and that is exactly what you want. Stark to his captain Smith at first slip, and Shazad back in the hut for a 3rd ball duck, and that is perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Perfect start, get those wickets, put that pressure on. This opening pair, this opening bowling pair of Stark and Hazelwood, very, very effective for me. They definitely get the job done. And Sean Abbott has been a very vital first change, it must be said. He's been a very good first change for us to date so far. But Mitchell Stark, he usually is the chief destroyer. And Hazelwood's that guy that goes around, puts it in the good areas, bowls the good lines and lengths, and really helps out Starkey. But this is a great start. We've pushed that run rate up majorly. It is up towards 6 already, and we're not even past that first 10 over stage. So we will definitely take that. And another wicket is going to help our cause big time. So 3 down inside the space of the power play. Hazelwood gets his first. If we could pick up Sahale here, man, What a first 10 overs that would be. But still, absolutely incredible. 33 for 3 off the first 10, and we are going to now bring in probably the spinners, because this pitch is starting to turn just a little bit. It was turning quite a bit for the Pakistani, so hopefully Nathan Lyon and Glenn Maxwell can go and exploit that. I'm going to bring in Gary. I'm going to bring in the GOAT first of all, and hopefully he can get something here for us. I mean, even if he's not taking wickets, I don't mind if he's going there and only going for 2, 3 and over. Same as Sean Abbott. If those guys are there, they don't have to be big wicket takers for me. They just need to be pressure builders. They just need to build up the dots and then let the other guys take the wickets. You know, that is exactly what I want to do. Not the greatest of starts from Nathan Lyon. Someone said to me that he is extremely good in this game. He is absolutely incredible if you head down the track like 2 or 3 years. He's like the #1 bowler in every single format. So I really want to go and try and get him in and get him doing everything. That's a sharp take. Very sharp take from Benny McDermott. That is the key to having a very good wicketkeeper in your side. It does make a huge difference. He turns those half chances into chances, and that is the difference between winning and losing a game. So great catch by him, great catch by Benny McDermott, and if we had a first slip in there, that would have gone straight to him. But this stage of the game, you're definitely not going to have one of those. I've run out appeal as well that we did skip. However, well, it wasn't out because it wasn't given out, but now we can see the ball is starting to turn a wee bit more, and hopefully we can try and get something. We're finding some edges left, right, and centre. Glennie Maxwell, you're coming in, son. You are gonna be the big show, and you are gonna get me some wickets. That is exactly what I want. Yes, perfect, Glenn Maxwell. That is what I wanted. First ball, and we have seen Yaman back in the hut. Boba Azem batting down at #7. That is. Why you would do that, Pakistan, I don't know. He is a much better player than that. Definitely a #3. He is a future star for you guys. And you've got him batting down at #7. I don't believe it. He's... sorry, that's Harris Sahale. I was going to say he's proved his class already. But I think he's a right-handed bat. I'm not sure. But we need to get rid of Sahale here. He is dangerous. He is holding the side left together. Yeah, definitely a right-handed bat. And we just need to try and build some pressure. Nathan Lyon hasn't been able to do that. He has bowled dots, but then he has gone for boundaries as well. So has Glenn Maxwell. I mean, he got that wicket, but went for 10 in that first over. So spin is proving effective in parts, but in parts it is also proving to be expensive as well. So we can't have that. We need some consistency. I'm going to bring Mitch Marsh in. Still 6 required and over. So there's still plenty of time left to go. We just need some wickets. I just think if we can get through these 2, then we are in with a real chance. I think that's edge for 6, would you believe? And things started off so well. Remember, those first 10 overs, we were absolutely smashing it. But Maxwell has come to the floor again. He's got Baba Azem for 18 off 13, and that is just what we need. 2 left-handers in at the crease now, so the off-spinner is going to be turning it away from them. So I might bring back Nathan Lyon just to see if we can try and get that outside edge, especially seeing Harris Sahale is smashing it. He has moved on past 50. He's got 65, almost half of their runs, would you believe, to date so far. Mitchell Marsh, expensive as well. What is up with players being expensive today? I don't understand. I don't understand how they're going for so many runs. It's crazy. But another edge, and that's what we needed. We need those edges to go to those players. We need them to get to those players. We need to get Sahale because he is smashing it at the moment. He is making this chase seem to be pretty reasonable, it must be said, for the Pakistanis. And he's got good support around him as well. Wazam, definitely a decent bat. He will be able to bat through with Sahale here to the end if required. But in saying that, Maxwell's gone and picked up his 3rd LBW of the game. He is proving to be vital, it must be said, so far. Nathan Lyon, the same can't be said about him. He's been expensive, hasn't picked up any wickets at all, and hasn't really created too many opportunities, it must be said. So Maxwell possibly heading into the second game, depending on how the pitch is playing, he could be our frontline spinner, and we could go back to someone like Paddy Cummins. I'm just trying to think who else we had there. We had Zampa. Either that or possibly we go and chuck in another batsman. Move Benny McDermott back down to #8. And yeah, play another batsman because we were a few runs short, it must be said. And there's the 100 for Sahale. He is 102 off 75. He's got over half of Pakistan's runs. Again, excuse me, my throat is really pissing me off. And there's an edge from Lyon, so he is creating chances. But Maxwell, 7 overs, 3 for 65. So as I said, he's been effective, but he has been expensive as well. And that is not what we want. I was going to say, was that a run out? I could really do with a run out right now. Okay. Let's bring back Mitchell Stark. We've got 5th. Oh, he was run out. You beauty. That is just what we needed. That is exactly what we needed. And it was a big wicket of Harris Sahale as well. So I'm going to bring back the big guns. I'm going to bring back Mitchell Stark, Joshy Hazlewood, and Sean Abbott, because they are the guys that have their overs left. I've worked the other one well. Maxwell's bowled his 8, Mitchell Marsh only bowled the 2, and I can't imagine we will need them anymore. Hazlewood picks up his 2nd of the day, and just like that, Pakistan are now 9 down, and you'd have to imagine that the game is pretty much done and dusted. Hazlewood wraps it up. Stark did the damage at the top, Hazlewood doing the damage at the end, and Maxwell the damage in the middle. Was expensive, but did pick up 3 very, very crucial wickets. Harris Sahale, you got to give him the man of the match. 104 in a 205 team total, and he scores 104. Scoring over half of their runs is absolutely incredible. But as we can see, Australia have won the first game in this final series. They've won it by 68 runs. We will be back for game 3. Will it be a decider or a dead rubber? You guys let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my social media. That is down below in the description. This is Cliffy, your king of International Cricket Captain 2016. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm still working on an outro for this, but this is Cliffy saying see you soon.